All right, Nate and I just got out. It's Friday night, end of August here, and finally getting the cameras out a little later than we'd like, but sometimes life happens and it gets busy. So finally out here. Josh, the landowner here, ended up planting a BuckIt Ready Buck Booyah food plot last weekend. Got some rain in between, so it's probably germinating, hopefully. We're going to set some cameras right above it, and also a couple of the spots that we set last year. So we got 5 of the Moultrie cameras. These are 2 of the Delta base new ones this year, and then 3 of the ones from last year, Moultrie mobile. So we're going to go ahead and set about 5 of them out tonight, and then tomorrow we'll get to planting another food plot. We've got some rain coming in next week, so got a full weekend ahead of us and a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Well, had to make a quick stop here. Right over this hill right here is where magic happened for Nate and I last year. Hell, I don't think we've been up here since, so feels good to reminisce on some good memories, and hopefully we'll set these cameras out and see our next target this year. So, but we're gonna set some about 400 yards that way, and then come back. We're gonna set a couple cameras close to where we killed that one last year, and then kind of work our way back this way. So you want to jump in and we'll go get going. So we just got to the top of the ridge here. We're gonna go ahead and what we kind of have going on is we have this field really just right in the middle of this woods right here. It's kind of overgrown. It's got some saplings and stuff, but it kind of runs, 3 ridges run to it. We're gonna set one on kind of right off the dip of the one ridge, and it's kind of a natural saddle too, so these deer kind of pass through it. And then on the other side, we found some good buck beds. They're kind of sitting on the shelf, so you can see everything, but you can also see the trail too coming in. So we think it's a good spot set. So we're gonna set 2 up here, and then we're gonna work our way back. So let's go ahead and get this one set. So Josh was saying that he found a spot down here when he was shed hunting that it was a buck bed, and you could see this trail coming into this field, which is pretty much, this is the dead end of the property. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and you can see that if you're bedded down on the shelf down here, you can see that. So anything coming, you can see down in this dip, and then he had a tree to its back. So we're gonna go set it right on that bed. So right down the hill. Numero 2. All right, so we found spot number 2. Kind of on this side, like we were saying, you can see the trail once some leaves drop and stuff. Looks like this area's been browsed. There's a bunch of white oaks through here, so we're gonna go ahead and set this guy up right here. I think they'd shoot either right up here or come across this ditch. There's a little crossing right down there, and then there's some old grubs over there. So stick it here and see what happens. All right, it's about 8:30. It's dark, obviously. Got 5 cameras hung up in some pretty good spots, ready for those to start lighting up. So we're gonna call it an early night, probably go back, take a shower, eat some dinner finally, and then we'll have an early morning tomorrow, probably get started around 6 or 7, and go plant a food plot on another piece of property we have about 15 minutes away. It's actually the parents'. So we're gonna go get some sleep tonight, have an early morning tomorrow. It's August 26th, so you know, opening day is 15th here in Missouri, 15th of September, so it's right around the corner. So get prepared for it. Excited to see what those cameras show us. Hopefully they show us something. If they don't, I guess we'll have to move them. But yeah, we'll call it a night for tonight and get back at it in the morning.
All right, so today is August 27th. Nick and I are gonna grab the tractor. I got permission from the in-laws to use their tractor, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the parents' house. We're gonna till up a field out there, throw some BuckIt Ready down. I think we've got some fence jumper and some party time with some Clover Madness. We're gonna kind of do a mix of that. Okay, just got the tractor over to the property. Our plan kind of is this field here. We're gonna till all this up here. Nick's fiance Casey actually shot a buck right back here last year. We've actually had some decent shooters on camera the past 2 years since the parents bought the place. So yeah, we're basically gonna go in here, till this up today. It's supposed to rain this next week. We've got some BuckIt Ready. I think we've got party time, Clover Madness, and a little bit of a double trouble. So we're gonna kind of do like a little bit of a mix of that. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this looks. Once we get this done, got my Diet Coke. See, that's a pretty good seed bed there. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna go get the seed. Nick got a little brand new electric seeder, so this will be pretty interesting. We're gonna go ahead and get that thing pumping. Dad's over here, he's cutting that. I'm gonna go ahead and till that in a couple hours here, but right now we're gonna get our first plot in. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, man.
All right, so we got this planted right behind me. Nate's on the tiller right now and putting another plot in over there. So yeah, this one's done over here. My dad's gonna grab the roller. We're gonna go ahead and roll it in just to make sure it's compacted, and basically he gets that seed to dirt compaction, so tends to plant a lot better that way. So here he comes with the roller right now. I'm gonna get him lined out and going, and yeah, it's coming along.
All right, so we got 5 cameras hung this weekend. We got 2 different food plots planted. Got I think 4 or 5 different BuckIt Ready types in there, so that's great.
Setting up base camp for Hunter and Elliot. We're already 4 deep in dink for the weekend. So we're gonna put the Gazelle up. Gazelle sent us a T8, which is a monster. We've never used this thing, but should be pretty legit. Those guys can throw their cots up in here. Got good camping weather for their whole trip, so should be pretty good. Pop her open in about 60 seconds. Thing's huge. They each get their own room in there. Come take a look. Wall divider in the middle. On some privacy. Zip her up, Night Night. Stake her down. We got a gazebo too we're gonna throw up. So we store some gear under. Not put the rain fly on yet. Well, we got the Gazelle all popped up, threw up the gazebo, so we got some more storage for those guys, but should be all set. Those guys will be in early tomorrow morning. Mike and Jim are going to be here around 8 o'clock tonight, but we're going to do some organizing around camp. JP's going to fling some arrows, and we're ready to rock and roll.
is going to be a wrap on this week. It's Thursday evening right now. Mike and Jim should roll in here to North Dakota here in a few hours. And that is actually going to be a wrap on this week's semi-live too as well. So we thank you guys for tuning in for another week. This is the last week before we are going to send you a bunch of hunting content from here all the way through probably middle January. So we're just as excited as you guys are to finally get rolling again, get some hunting content for you. And tomorrow is opening day here in North Dakota, so we should have 3 guys in the tree all weekend long. So hopefully we can produce a couple of good hunts and be able to bring those to you next week on the channel. So if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, comment down below if you guys are starting to hunt just like we are. Let us know how you guys are doing, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck for this upcoming fall, and we'll catch you guys right back here next week on Semi Live.